Hello guys, this is Tina and welcome back to my channel. And today we will be making Bhagaray Baingan, also known as the Indian roasted eggplants. So let's go ahead and get started with the ingredients you will need to make this dish today. First you will need 8 small to medium sized Indian eggplants. And what you need to do is cut them up slightly in 4 quarters, which I have done so with every single one of them. Alright, you will need a half a teaspoon of red chili powder, a quarter of a teaspoon of haldi or turmeric powder, a fourth of a teaspoon of garam masala. You will need at least a half a teaspoon of salt, and then you will need at least 3 teaspoons of sesame seeds, also known as dill. You will need 1 teaspoon of poppy seeds, known as hashash. You will need a half a teaspoon of zira or cumin seeds, a pinch of mustard seeds, or in Urdu it's known as rai, and then you will need a half a teaspoon of crushed chilies, and then at least 1 full cup of peanuts. And we're going to be roasting these, so they could be raw or you could just get them from a can. Both work, whatever you have. We will need a fourth of a cup of oil. We will need ginger garlic paste, tamarind concentrate. If you don't have tamarind concentrate, and if you have fresh tamarind, by all means use the fresh tamarind. And then lemon juice. Also, we will need some water. We're going to be using a blender to grind up our ingredients. So let's go ahead and get started. So our very first thing of the day is going to be roasting up our spices. So first we're going to go ahead and roast up all of our spices so that wonderful aromas can get started. All right, we're going to throw, and I have my stove on medium. And let's go ahead and start roasting these. And once you start getting a beautiful aroma, and you start seeing your peanuts starting to sweat, maybe the oil starting to come out, starts glistening, that's when you know it's done. All right. And when they're halfway, I will add the rest of my other ingredients in terms of the sesame seeds, the poppy seeds, the cumin seeds, the mustard seeds, as well as the crushed red peppers into this so that they could get roasted. And again, we're also just looking for for these ones, you're just looking for popping sounds. Once you hear the popping sounds, you know those are done. Once these are all done and roasted, we'll set them to cool down, and then we will blend them up in our blender. So let me get back to you once these are all roasted and blended. All right, we'll be right back within a few minutes. All right, we're back, and my peanuts have roasted beautifully, as well as my masala that I had mixed, the sesame seeds, the poppy seeds. They have turned a beautiful golden brown color. We made sure that they did not burn, and we're going to dump this all in a blender. So right now I have close to 2 cups of water in my blender, and I'm going to just plop my peanuts in there, as well as my roasted spices. And you don't have to wait this to cool down all the way through. That's the beauty of this. But if you do have that moment, please let it cool down. But since we're making this in a jiffy, we're gonna just add this in warm. All right. And with this mixture, I'm going to add my lemon juice. I'm going to add close to 3 tablespoons of lemon juice. And then we're also going to add the tamarind paste. So this will become an elixir or a gravy to add to the fried roasted eggplants. So let's just add a good heaping glob. I'm going to do 2 heaps of the tamarind paste, and this is concentrated, so you're going to get a beautifully caramelized dark color. Let me go ahead and grind this up, and then I'll show you how this looks after we're done. I'll show you how the consistency will look like within a few minutes. So we'll be right back. All right, so after a few minutes of grinding, this is how our mix looks like. It almost looks like a chocolate shake, a chunky one. So we're going to be adding this to our pot. So before we add our mix here, I'm going to go to our frying pan or our frying pot. I like a deep pot, and I have this on a medium-high heat, so I'm going to add our oil. All right. Now that we have added our oil, I'm going to add our eggplants so that they could start searing. And you don't need to have this sizzling hot. They will start frying up. All right. And then let me go grab a spoon. All right. And what I like to do, now you could hear the sizzling. I'm going to turn it up a little so that we could get a faster sizzle. While these are sizzling, I like to add my ginger garlic paste. So I am going to add 1 heaping tablespoon of the ginger garlic paste. All right. Then after that, we will add our mix as well. All right. So let this cook and stew up. All right, and while this is cooking, we're going to add our salt, chili powder, turmeric powder, and garam masala all at once. This is the one thing I love about this recipe. It's just dump and cook. You do not need to do more than that. And let's stir it. All right, and this will take close to 15 to 20 minutes. And what we're looking for is the eggplants to wilt a little bit and become softer in texture. We're also looking for this gravy to become thicker. And we will show you how this looks like right back when we get right back. All right, guys, this has been cooking for 15 to 20 minutes approximately. Our eggplants weren't as stubborn, so they wilted much more easily. So as you could see, our gravy has started to thicken up. As such, the oil has started separating from the gravy, and our eggplants have started breaking down. And this is how it's supposed to look. You will just keep on stirring this for at least a minute or two, and don't forget to keep on stirring in the middle just to ensure that it doesn't burn on the sides. So yeah, this is how our Bhagaray Baingan or our roasted eggplants look. Let me know what you guys think about this recipe down in the comments below. Enjoy, bon appetit, and don't forget to subscribe.